Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today's video is a bit different, super short one, but I wanted to talk you through what supplements, vitamins, minerals, etc. I'm taking. I think this is a bit different from a normal supplement stack video because my routine is not just to optimize training. Obviously I want to compete in bodybuilding next year. I'm a natural athlete, I'm over 40, but also I'm a father and husband, and I have little kids running around, and I run a business with 20 people in it. So I want my energy levels to be as high as possible. So I'll take you through my supplements first, but actually I'll take you through my vitamin stack, why I take what I take, how it helps me run my business, and how it has an impact on my training as well. So let's get going. Right guys, I am not currently sponsored, so I had to buy this stuff all myself. I chose JP for most of these things because number one, I'm coached by Kallu. He's a trained by JP athlete. He recommends these products. I've never met Jordan Peterson personally, but I trust Kallu implicitly. And I know, for example, that most proteins, they all come from the same manufacturer in the UK. So protein is generally protein. But other supplements, it's not the same. It really matters what ingredients are in there, what quality of ingredients are in there. And like if you look at Pro Prepare by JP, for example, it's got all these different ingredients like bioperine, and the quality of the ingredients where they've come from, these are the branded ingredients. Like the beetroot concentrate is Red Knight, which is a really well-known branded powder. So my point is that I'm trying my best to make sure that I can guarantee the quality of the product. Like if I'm going to spend that much money on a pre-workout, I don't want it to be just filler and fluff. So I trust JP. There are other brands out there which are definitely trustworthy as well, but don't make your choice based on what's on sale in Holland and Barrett. Get your products online. You know, you can shop around for discount codes, get them when they're on sale, but choose a reputable manufacturer. So just going from sort of AM to PM, this, in my opinion, is the best greens powder that's on the market right now. Most greens powders, including the one that I won't name so that we don't get sued, Lee, but they charge like almost £100 a month subscription. And if you look at the back of the label, it doesn't actually show you what's in there. This one, it's probably too small to show on the camera, but if you look at Green Vibrance and look it up on Amazon, it is about £1.50 a day. If you look at most greens powders, even the ones by JP and some of the other supplement manufacturers, they don't have many ingredients. It's like 5 or 6. This has literally got 12 billion probiotics in it. It's got 150 different ingredients, including all the ones that your kind of branded protein or the JP greens will have. So this is the best greens powder on the market in my opinion. It tastes okay, doesn't taste great. So what I do in the morning, as soon as I wake up, before I have a double espresso, I want my stomach to get hit with something which is going to neutralize, okay? It's going to neutralize it for health benefits. So I have a scoop of this Green Vibrance, and then I mix it with the JP EAAs, because I've only just woken up. I want to get some protein into my system. EAAs, for those of you that don't know, are kind of like pre-digested proteins. They can go straight into your system without you having to digest them. So I'm waking up, I'm having a scoop of this with at least a litre of water, and then I'll wait 10 or 15 minutes before I have my coffee. Like from a health perspective, one thing I am going to try and do is not have coffee until 10 or 11 a.m. It's very difficult for me to break the habit, to be honest. I listened to the Huberman podcast, which I highly recommend. He talks about how actually coffee doesn't do anything to you in terms of a kick, because the systems that need to be activated to receive that caffeine, they're not present at 7 a.m. or if you've just woken up. So what ends up happening is you take the coffee, it's not doing anything for you, but you're getting all the negative effects. So you're better off waiting 2-3 hours until you have your caffeine, and then the caffeine will actually impact your system. But do what I say, don't do what I do, kind of thing. Then the next thing I do probably in the day is prep my pre intra and post-workout. So pre-workout is always the Pro Prepared by JP. It's really expensive, but I find it doesn't give me a crash. It's got all the ingredients that I would look for in terms of a pump product, but also just focus. So I'll work all morning from 9 till 12, then I'll go to the gym from 12 till 2. So I need something that helps me focus instantly on training, and it's not like I'm still thinking about work. I need something that gives me mental focus rather than just caffeine. So Pro Prepare before training. Then I'm also putting in there Join In by JP. So Join In is a product which basically I'm just trying it out at the moment because I've got a bit of a shoulder pain, kind of niggling issue. It's bicep really that's going into the shoulder. So I put this, although I don't think it tastes that nice, to be honest. It tastes kind of herby. Put it in with the pre-workout and have that before I train. Now, at some point during the day, like I'm 40, I've got wrinkles and lines, and I want to look as young as possible for as long as possible. So another thing that I put in is marine collagen. This is just probably the most cost-effective one that I could find, where with again, Applied Nutrition, a brand that I can trust. So what this will do is it will help with your joints, it will help with your skin elasticity, and it's just a nice thing to take if you're an older person, right? It's more for vanity and aesthetics than anything else. So I'll put that in either with a pre-workout or I'll put it in the morning as well if I remember to do that. And if I've forgotten for the whole day, then I'll put it in somewhere else during the day. Now in workout, I just recently switched to this new product by JP, the MPS Max. It's basically an amino acid blend, but if you look at the literature and you look at what really clever people are saying, you want to also have a hydrolyzed whey protein in there as well as an EAA. This has got PeptiPro, hydrolyzed whey protein, and loads of other stuff that I don't really understand. But since I've been taking it, my energy through the workouts is better, it's more consistent. So this is the EAA product that I'd recommend. With that, at the moment, although Callum just dropped my macros slightly, I'm taking the Performance Fuel, which is basically just a cyclic dextrin product, so it's carbs. So listen, this for me is supplements with no budget, and we're also in a future video going to do a supermarket tour, what do I eat with no budget. I'm lucky enough to be, you know, in a financial situation where I can buy the best supplements and I don't look at the price. If you're not in that situation, you don't necessarily need any supplements. If you are going to take supplements, you don't necessarily need to take Performance Fuel. You could just get maltodextrin or cluster dextrin in big bulk packets, unflavored, and put it in yourself, okay? Just easier for me. Then we are on to post-workout. So actually, in the intra-workout, I forgot the golden supplement of everyone that everyone can take. It's super cheap and probably one of the only supplements that has big effects that's guaranteed to work, creatine. So 3 to 5 grams of that in my intra-workout. Then post-workout, this is a lot of stuff, isn't it? Post-workout, I'm taking cream of rice, the IsoPro protein, and 10 grams of glutamine. What I'm doing with that is I'll mix it in the blender. So now this could be a disaster opening my fridge, or it could be okay. Let's just have a quick look. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Okay, we can level that on camera. So I mixed it this morning. It's cold. It's inside a vacuum sealed pack. It's got cream of rice, glutamine, protein, banana, and berries. So 100 grams of berries and 50 grams of banana at the moment. So it just gives it a good flavor. Now I put it in the fridge, so after training, tastes like a nice, delicious dessert ice cream. And when I do my pre-workout and my intra-workout, something I learned from my buddy Ben Holden of My Coach School. Check out the vlog I did with him if you haven't seen that already. He puts ice in his pre-workout and in his intra-workout, and it is a game changer, and it's free. So that's my supplement stack for morning. You've seen what I take pre-workout, you've seen what I take intra-workout. You've seen what I take post-workout. I'm going to mix these things up because we're off to the gym in a bit, get them out of the way, and then I'll show you my vitamins and minerals and more of my health stack. Right, guys, for me, I don't drink tap water because the analysis of tap water is that it's got estrogen in it. And I want to maximize my testosterone as a natural athlete, so it's also full of shit. Like, I live in Solihull, which is quite near Birmingham, and the tap water compared to mineral water does not taste good. So I don't feel great having all these plastic bottles and chucking them in the recycling because I am trying to be eco-conscious, hence why I've got electric cars and trying to do recycling. So these are quite good. These are 10-litre recyclable packs. Inside is a really thin plastic, I want to call it like let's call it a plastic bag. Okay, that's PC. You can get water out, you can flat pack it, you can squeeze the plastic right down and the whole thing recycles. So if you're going for water, I see so many people banging around with these bottles, which is not good for the environment. You are polluting the world. So at least make one change, grab these, then we can have mineral water, we're not messing around with tap water, and we're doing our bit for the environment. Right guys, so as promised, I'm going to take you through my vitamin and minerals. Primary goal of this really is health and longevity. And because I'm running Growth Factor and I've got a 7 and a 6-year-old and a quite demanding wife, I need to have my energy levels optimized at all times. And if I've got any illness, I want that to be eradicated as quickly as possible. So I'll take you through what I take. So fish oil, but sort of highest concentration, highest grade, so pharmacy grade fish oil. I also take krill oil, which is just another way of getting your omegas, your EPAs, your DHAs through. What this is good for is hair, skin, nails. Like, my nails grow so fast, it's really a pain actually. But I'll talk about my hair transplant in a bit and why I take what I take for that. But I want to get the most out of the hair regrowth from my hair transplant. I want my skin to look as good as it can do. So we're just trying to be our best selves, right? And it's healthy, okay? I give this to my kids as well in lower doses. It's really great for brain development of children. It's proven to help them in terms of their memory and their development all round. So good for everyone. I'm taking citrus bergamot. That's basically just protective for internal organs. Vitamin K2. Now, I only take that because if you take vitamin D, so I take 5,000 IUs of vitamin D a day, because you may have noticed I have brown skin. If you have dark skin, you should definitely be taking vitamin D because you're not going to get that through the natural sunlight in the same way that a white person would. So I would take more than necessarily a white person might need to take 2,000 IUs, but everyone needs to take vitamin D. As with all of these things, guys, this is not instructional. I go and have blood tests and I have vitamin tests to make sure, like, I know 5,000 IUs of vitamin D puts my vitamin D levels at the right state for this time of year. And then so every kind of 90 days I'm having a blood test, or at least every 6 months a blood test and a vitamin test to make sure, like, you can do yourself serious damage by just taking vitamins, probably not fish oils, but definitely if you take vitamin D for too long in too high quantities, you can poison yourself. So don't watch this video and go and take what I take. You should get a test. They can be obtained online, and then work with your medical health professional to look at the dosages that are right for you. So that being said, vitamin D. Vitamin K, it helps the vitamin D absorb. So you have to take vitamin K with vitamin D. I take biotin because I had 2 hair transplants. I know that you may think, well, what did they do? But before my hair transplants, I had literally 0 hair here. I just looked like a monk, if you imagine what these monks look like in monasteries. But I didn't shave the middle of my head like most of them do. It was just gone. So I have now got hair here. I had 1 hair transplant on the front. I had 1 hair transplant on the back, which is just about starting to grow through. That wasn't that long ago. So biotin is really good. If you're a guy and you want to preserve your hair as long as possible, biotin is really, really important. I take this Pure Encapsulations multivitamin. It's just one pill, covers all my bases, super easy to take. Turmeric is for immunity, 2 of those, super cheap again, get that from Amazon. Saw palmetto is kind of like a natural version of finasteride, which is another way of inhibiting DHT, which stops or slows down hair loss. So that's my daytime stuff. I'll take all of this in the morning, then I'll take the fish oils again at nighttime, okay? I don't take any vitamins and supplements through the day, but then in the evening, okay, I've put the kids to bed, it's 8 o'clock, I wanna relax. I will take about 6 drops of this 1800 milligram CBD, which is about 25 milligrams of CBD oil. I find like I have a stressful day, I really am on it through the day in terms of work, training, then when the kids come home, and I just want to have that bit of a shift between daytime and relaxation in front of Netflix or catching up with my wife. So CBD oil, a few drops, kicks my body into relaxation mode. Then an hour before sleep, I have Dream Sleep, which is the JP product. It's ultimately like a ZMA product, if you're familiar with that, zinc and magnesium, just to wind your body down again. Magnesium, really good for recovery. And then I take melatonin. So depends where you sit on the legality of melatonin. You can take melatonin, it's not illegal, but you can't order it or buy it from Holland & Barrett. You have to order it from a European company because in the UK, they're not allowed to sell it online like that. I only take 6 milligrams. Now, if you look at certain nutritionists like Dr. Rhonda Patrick, she takes 20 milligrams a night. So I take 6 milligrams. Primarily, I track all of my sleep and recovery, heart rate variability. I track resting heart rate. Heart rate variability is the gap between your heartbeats. Now, what that tells you is if your HRV is going down and down and down and your resting heart rate is going up and up and up, you need to back off your training, you need more sleep, or you're coming down with something. So this will actually track your respiratory rate as well. So I track the quality of my sleep, the REM sleep and the deep sleep, pre and post taking melatonin. Since I took 6 milligrams of this, I get approximately 50% more deep and REM sleep. So more sleep, more recovery, wake up energized. Like, it does make you a little bit groggy in the morning, but after half an hour, 45 minutes, you're back to normal. And then the whole rest of the day, you're obviously going to have more energy because you had productive sleep, and sleep is so important. So those are the 3. I realized I've just forgot one more, which I'll grab from the fridge. Now, just for immunity, I take glutathione. This is liposomal glutathione. It tastes disgusting, but it's supposed to be the best thing you can do for your immune system. So I'll take like a dessert spoon of this. At the moment, I've been feeling really run down the last few weeks. I think I had COVID. It's taken a couple of weeks to go away, but my energy levels are still not where they need to be. So normally I'd take a teaspoon. I'm taking a dessert spoon just to have a bit more per day. Keep on with all of those supplements. And every day, steady by steady, my sleep's getting better, my energy's getting better, I'm getting back to where I need to be. So I know it looks like a lot. My biggest takeaway from this for you would be implement some of the supplements. Don't do that without the advice of your health professional. The supplements that I'm taking sort of pre, intra, post workout, so long as you follow the recommendations on the packet, you're not really going to injure yourself. But there was someone who died from taking creatine. And they died because they looked at the back and it said take 5 grams, and for some unknown reason they took like 500 grams and they died. So just read the instructions. It's horrible. Read the instructions carefully. If you're new with things, check it out with someone else first. Even weigh the scoops, because sometimes protein manufacturers, they'll give you the tub. I found this actually with Applied Nutrition. It doesn't make any sense. The scoop, it says 1 scoop is 30 grams. Now if you weigh out a scoop, it's 45 grams. So are they doing that deliberately? Is that a manufacturing issue? Did they want you to use the protein sooner? I'm not sure. Let's assume it's just a manufacturing issue, but you should always double check the weight of everything with the scales, and you should never take any vitamins or supplementation without consulting with a medical professional first. But if you do, and you take these things, for me, it means that I feel so much better. I've got more focus at work. I can work for longer. My productivity is better. You know, since playing around and doing these different things, especially the melatonin, my creativity levels are higher because I've had that deep sleep, restorative sleep at nighttime. So hopefully this video was useful, guys. I'd love to know what are your go-to supplements. Like, what have you taken and changed that's made the biggest difference in either your energy levels for work and productivity or for your training? Pop that in the comments below. I think that would really help other people as well, because it's not just what I'm taking. You're able to contribute and say, well, this really helped me, and we can work together. And I'll see you in the next video.